Hey, are you free later? I'm hungry. Can we stop by the food court? Yeah, let's go! It's amazing. It's only been a few days since we entered the new class, and they've already made new friends. My name is Tsukasa Taniguchi, and I just started the 8th grade. I'm usually the type of person who takes a long time to make friends. Tsukasa, did you quit your club activities? No, there were no club activities that I was interested in. I had no choice but to join the cultural club because everyone had to join something, but it didn't work out, so now I'm in the homecoming club. Then you should try to study hard. Yeah.
You're interested in anime, right? Aren't you going to an event soon?
Yeah? I'll give you some money for it later so you can have a great time. Seriously? Thanks! I want you to enjoy things that you like instead of doing things that you don't. But you're still a student, so don't neglect your studies.
Have a safe trip.
Sure, okay. My parents accepted all my strengths and weaknesses. I felt their strong love for me and even took it for granted sometimes. One day, on the way home from my after-school study program...
Anju, do you understand? But...
What is she doing? Why is she stopping at a place like that? What? Why is she letting her cross the street alone instead of crossing with her? Wow, there's a truck! This isn't good! Watch out! I woke up in the hospital and saw my parents crying.
Tsukasa! Thank goodness! You regained consciousness!
Oh, I'm so glad you're alive! I had a vague notion that I'd narrowly escaped death. After a few days, when I was able to talk... Hey, what happened to my leg? You saved a girl who was about to be hit by a truck, and you were hit by the truck instead. A man nearby called an ambulance, and you were brought to the hospital for emergency surgery. Yeah, I remember that, but... They say you're going to have residual damage in your leg, but you should be able to walk normally again. Running will be impossible, unfortunately. Is that so? The driver of the truck was arrested for drunk driving. I heard the girl you saved escaped unharmed. The girl survived? Thank gosh. Oh, you're so reckless. Without you, I'm sorry. I was so filled with the feeling of needing to help her that my body just reacted. You did a good job. I was surprised to hear that you'd put your body on the line like that to help someone.
Please don't do anything crazy like that again. I thought you were a quiet boy. I never knew you had such a brave heart.
My parents seemed to be doing their best to act cheerful. To be honest, I was pretty devastated that I wouldn't be able to run anymore. I had to stay in the hospital for a while. I wonder how that girl is doing. Her mother hasn't shown up to check on me. I sacrificed my ability to run to save her daughter's life. Shouldn't she at least come to see how I'm doing or say thank you? With all of that going through my head, I was eventually discharged from the hospital.
Hey, my name is Aki Honda. You saved my daughter Anjun the other day. I'd like to talk to you about something if you don't mind.
What is it?
Hello, my name is Anju Honda. The other day...
Is she scared?
Let me get to the point. You got some compensation from the truck driver, right? My daughter was supposed to be in that accident, so that money should be ours. Give us some of it at least.
What?
Huh? What are you talking about? Our son was left with a permanent injury. He has every right to be compensated.
Hey, you. You didn't have to save Anju. If Anju had been run over, I'd have got a huge amount of compensation instead of you. Why didn't you just mind your own business?
What? Do you mean You were using your daughter to cause an accident so that you could claim the compensation money? How dare you?
I gave birth to her even though I didn't want to. Then I got divorced from her dad, so we don't have any money now. I need Anju to make herself useful and make me some money.
What a terrible thing to say in front of your daughter! She's crying now! No way! She must be treated like this regularly. In that case, I'd like to give some thought to whether or not we should give you the money we received as compensation. Can you give me your contact info so that I can get in touch with you once we've made a decision?
Hey. Great! That's what I'm talking about. I'm not asking for the full amount, just 70 to 80%.
I'll take that into consideration when I think about it. Her mother gave us her contact info and left in a joyful mood. My mother and I were dismayed because of my father's strange reaction.
Hey, what you doing? Are you really gonna give her the money?
Of course not! That girl must be treated badly by her mother daily. We can't just let that carry on, can we? That's why I asked for her contact info. Now we know her name is Akie Honda. I'm gonna call the police and the Child Protection Agency right now. I told her I'd think about it, so technically I didn't lie. Dad, that's a great idea! One day, a while after I left the hospital, I got a call from the police today. They found that Akie is always treating Anju terribly. She set up her daughter to be in accidents and was arrested for a few other crimes too. Anju is gonna be placed in an orphanage. I see. I can't say I'm too happy about that. Children can't choose their parents. Parents are supposed to think about their children's happiness, but not all do. I strongly think that this situation is better for her to not be around her mother. I was shocked to find out that not all parents love their children. It seemed like such a natural thing to me. I hope that Anju will find happiness. I returned to junior high school, but I had to sit out my gym classes. You've been through a tough time. I'll lend you class notes if you want. If there's anything I can do to help, feel free to ask. Oh, thank you both. I'm sad that I can't run anymore, but my friends are so caring and my parents are so nice to me. I'm so lucky to have these people in my life. Being loved by one's parents is something that shouldn't be taken for granted. I now had one goal in mind. I want to become a child welfare officer so that I can help children like Anju. I worked hard through high school and took my college entrance exams. A few years later, I was a senior in college. I was on the train when... Isn't that the girl from when I had the accident? It can't be, but she looks so much like her. It was such a long time ago. Our eyes met. I could feel the high school girl staring at me. I was sure it was Anju. I took my chance and got off at the same station that she did. Excuse me.
Yes.
Sorry if I'm wrong, but are you Anju?
Yeah.
Do you remember me?
Yes. I was so surprised to see you that I couldn't help but stare at you. I try my best not to remember what happened though. So please leave me alone.
Oh, I didn't mean to.
Goodbye.
Wait, you're living well now, aren't you? You're happy, right?
Yeah. Goodbye.
Thank goodness. 1 week later, I saw Anju on the train again. Of course, I didn't say anything to her this time.
Hey, please wait.
Me?
Yeah, can I talk to you for a bit?
Sure, but...
I'm sorry for behaving like I did the other day. It was my fault that you injured yourself, so I shouldn't have been mean to you. I acted like I was the only one that suffered. I'm currently still living in an orphanage. I didn't trust adults, and I thought that nothing would change when I entered the orphanage. I was scared at first. But
The people around me have been so kind to me. I've come to accept that it's okay for me to be alive. Thanks for your help in reporting my mom. I'm here now. Thank you so much.
I was also very frustrated about my leg. But I made it a goal to study hard and achieve my goal of becoming a child welfare officer. Here's my contact info. Call me anytime you have a problem.
Okay, thank you.
Then, whenever she'd see me on the train, she'd talk to me.
Hey, may I ask you something about my future career?
Oh, sure. I'll get off at your station and we can go to a cafe.
Sure.
That evening, I ran into Anju on the train, and we've been speaking to each other quite often. Anju, is she the girl that you saved? Yeah, she's in high school now. She was wary of me at first, but then she took the time to thank me for what we did for her. She said she was doing well at the orphanage. That's nice to hear. Yeah.
Tsukasa, you can bring her over to our house one day if you wanna. I've been wondering about how she was doing too. She was such an innocent child. I want to see her doing well. Let's have dinner together here. Wouldn't that be nice, darling?
Yeah. Thanks. I'll ask her if she's up for it. But Anju denied the offer.
Thank you. I'd like to meet your parents one day to thank them, but I don't think that now is the right time. I want to go after I get a job and become independent. I'm being protected by so many people right now that I feel like I'm being spoiled.
Well, you're more mature than I am. I like how you think. In the meantime, I'll become a child welfare officer, and after you get a job, we'll have a big party at my house. A few years later, I achieved my dream, and Anju got a job and became independent.
I saw some clothes that I thought might suit you in a store in the shopping mall, Anju. They would look great on you. We should go shopping together one day.
Sure, what kind of clothes were they? I'd love to go with you if you think the clothes would look good on me.
Of course, I'll buy them for you. I'm looking forward to going with you.
My mother didn't have a daughter, so she took Anju under her wing. Anju was never able to relax and trust people as a child, so she became very attached to my mother. My father watched them smiling. Then she started becoming very attached to me, and we grew closer and closer. I began to get the feeling that I wanted to protect her, and eventually we got married.
I'm so happy right now, darling. I can't wait to have a child with you. I want to take care of them and love them as much as I can.
Oh, you want to love them as much as you can. I'm glad to hear you say those words. I'll love you and our child as much as I can too. I'm worried that Anju's mother might try to come back into her life, but I'm here to support her no matter what. I'm very grateful for my parents' decision to let Anju into our family.